Supposed to rain today, never did. They called like 60% chance for a few hours and it got a little cloudy, but that was it. So I did another 2 lawns, fun. Did the one here at home, it's looking alright, and then next door. The only good thing about the lack of all this rain is that I don't have to do all the edging. It doesn't grow where it gets short like that around the sidewalks, driveways, landscaping, whatever. So it makes it a little bit quicker and easier.
Let's fall in love. Why shouldn't we fall in love?
Really, that is about all that I have done today so far. I think Kenan and the gang's coming over tonight for a little bit maybe. Been working out in the sunroom on emails and E39 source stuff and the usual. So, yep, that's today. Kind of a boring one. Wanted to get some clips in before it turns into a one-taker. He's been having a heyday out here with all the hummingbirds and chipmunks and squirrels. Much better than winter, huh? Oddly enough though, the neighbor's dog, whole glance at it, is not interested. Kind of weird. Cats are supposed to be afraid or at least intrigued by dogs. Does he see me? I guess we can call it a 3-taker today. So it's like 12:30. Razvan and Sabrina are just on their way out. Kenan just pulled out a minute ago. And for the first night in a long ass time, there's no cars in the driveway. Lindsay is at, or my sister is at the place where she's going to be in the fall in Kent, where she goes to school. She's there for the night. And the 3 Series is inside because the Accord is at the shop. They left it inside tonight. It's apparently getting a left rear wheel bearing. So there's been two things. There's been kind of a whirring vibration that's been there for a couple months and it's been worsening and worsening, which they've determined to be a left rear wheel bearing. So I looked into DIYing that. It's freaking pressed into the carrier with a hydraulic press, so I can't do that. I don't have the tools for that. C-clamp's not going to work. So there's that. But more recently, that has gotten way worse within the course of a week, is some sort of a groaning, creaking noise coming from definitely the front suspension. When you hit the brakes, like the last, from 3 miles an hour to 0 is where you hear it. And then if you sit in the parking lot or the driveway and you turn the wheel back and forth, you hear a pretty loud groaning, creaking sound. So it's definitely a worn out front ball joint, strut mount, something like that. I tried to get under there and look. Everything looks good to me. So while they're in there doing the bearing, they're going to try to diag that. If I can DIY it, I will, in the interest of saving costs. Otherwise, it's going to need that too. So, you know, it's an 07, 120,000 miles now. And this is the first suspension work that's ever been done on that car. So, can't ask for much more out of a Honda there. So that's the status update with that. I mentioned I got 2 yards done today. It was a great day. It didn't even rain as they said it would. Tomorrow, I got to wake up, pack a bag, doing a little weekend trip, impromptu weekend trip. We had planned on doing Kenan's suspension. He's going to Coney's. They're still stock springs, but they're Jeff's, so they have 100,000 less miles on them. Rear integral links, rear sway bar links all around, sway bar brackets. A lot of stuff. I'm missing parts. Kenan, leave it in the comments below if you want to update people. But a lot of work, and it was going to take the whole weekend. But due to parts availability, ECS forgetting or not shipping a couple of bolts and little parts, and then the rear, I think the rear top mounts, he ordered Lemf orders from Amazon, but got Vico, and Vico's garbage. So he's still waiting on the Gen BMWs from FCP Euro. So because of those unavailabilities and mix-ups, is that a word? Unavailabilities? We're not going to be able to do that this weekend. So it's enabling me to take a brief weekend trip. With that, I'm going to go in, get through tonight's mail, go to bed, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow on Friday. Good night.